centre wicket area is pretty bare, but it's quite dry. We had rain about an hour and a half before the game, but it looks okay. And Capuano gets North going forward from the centre bounce. They clear the centre square. Liptak caught in possession. Ball held to him, said the umpire, and he'll ball it up at the point of the square.
And Drew, John Blakey has the job on Darren Jarman, and King has the job on Andrew Jarman. So two very important matchups there.
Pittman gets a two-hander down to Jamieson. Ball is touched off his boot. There's the opponent for Jarman. Well played by King. He's bowled over by Darren Jarman. It spills to Stevens, right in front, 51 metres out. He's got height on it, and he's kicked it right. First score of the game are behind to the Kangaroos.
Hectic pace, Drew. Right from the outset, I think this is something we expected today. Adelaide have been on fire for the last 4 weeks. As Terry mentioned, kicking over 20 goals in each week, but North have made a commitment this year not to lose 2 in a row. Nice looking kick out from Chalmers. Punched by Pittman. Liptak caught, beautifully caught by Robert Scott. Play on's the call. Costa off to Darren Jarman, one of their stars in the last few weeks. Kicked a lot of goals. Allen finds Bickley on centre wing. Bickley kicks high on the left foot, close to the boundary line. McLeod in pursuit. Not a kind bounce for him. King. Now Carey down the back line. Looking to clear for the Northerners.
Andrew Jarman limping there behind play.
Keverson touched hairs on that one. Now it's Fairley. Pretty tough stuff, Mickey Martin. North looking to clear it. Looking to set something up forward. Anderson unable to take it. Now Stevens, the point kicker for North Melbourne. Freeborn. A lot of pressure here now from McLeod. Good kick up forward inside 50. Unable to mark his King. Robin for a chance. Kicks around the body. Looks pretty good for the Adelaide Crows. There is a goal. Great goal to Robin. His first and Adelaide's first. All inside the first couple of minutes.
Well, this is a very important game for Adelaide. They've come to the MCG sitting on top of the ladder and really need to make a good fist of it. And what a great start for them. Rotherham there, able just to lay the ball across his body, curl it through. But you would have seen Andrew Jarman there just propped in the square. Could have received the handball, but Rotherham went with it to score his first.
Back in the middle, Pittman with the glove. At the second attempt, he gets it down to Liptak, then gets it back, then a bit of a fumble. Capuano misses with a kick. Costa breaking from the centre, and that's what the Crows have been so good at doing this year, but the kick goes across the ground. Stevens, his kick to the 50. Scholl, close to the boundary line, takes it out.
And Dennis Pagan has structured up with Wayne Carey back in defence at centre-half back. He's picked up Peter Caven, who has been a very good player in terms of kicking goals for Adelaide. So looking to get Carey into the game from that centre-half back position.
Throwing from 55. North Melbourne's left half forward. Bit of a tussle on McKernan and Pittman. Umpire Howlett decides to give it to David Pittman. Very controversial change over the summer for the throw-in for the ruckman. Bickley's had plenty of the ball in the last few weeks. He's been a champion for the Crows. Bounces once. Elects to kick long. But straight to Capuano in defence. Plays on quickly. Ian Fairley, veteran of over 190 games for North Melbourne. Bit of a tumble punt, finds Pittman. Kick behind play, inside 50 now. 3 North players up at once. Carey goes, Caven stays down. Carey then feeds off to King. Good defence by North Melbourne. Allison in front, sun in his eyes, does it very well. Could have given it to Stevens, but elects to have a long kick. Looking for Archer up forward on the lead, over his head. Smart it is. Good recovery, great tackle by North Melbourne, and Dean holding the ball. There's that ball, Terry.
Well, very good piece of work. I mean, Robert Scott, very aggressive and a great tackle. Anyone wanting to let him take, clamped his with his arms and then just let his body weight drop, and that additional weight, Smart couldn't carry it along, and down to ground he went. Great piece of work.
Scott to line up for North Melbourne's first. Charman's getting a bit of attention from that might be the Crows physio. Scott, kick looks good, straight through the middle. North Melbourne's first. 1-1, playing one straight goal.
And a reward for some great piece of work here. North Melbourne have been quite aggressive in at the ball in the opening part of the game. and Adelaide with seemingly two players with question marks over them. Now, Chalmers there with coming off actual fact, so a bit of a limp there with a hamstring, and Andrew Drummond, who we're not too sure about at this stage.
Tyson Edwards comes on the ground for the Crows as Chalmers has gone off with what looks like a hamstring. Out of the middle, Blakey for North Melbourne. Freeborn at half forward. Play on to the umpire, he was bowled over. Stevens goes off the ground. Hart caught by Allison. Allison follows up. Hand passes out in front of teammates. It goes astray. There's Bell, the former Fremantle docker. Ducks that high tackle. He could be holding it. The umpire said it's a high tackle, and it's a free kick to North Melbourne.
I thought well called. Drew, I thought he intentionally ducked down underneath there. And I think that's a very tough call from the umpire on the Adelaide Crow defender there, that Bell does go very, very low down. Allen.
The kick by Bell from close to the boundary line is offline and through for a behind. And there's Chalmers receiving treatment. Brett Chalmers off in the first 5 minutes, and Andrew Jarman is limping down in the forward pocket. So the Crows haven't started the game well as far as injuries are concerned.
Having a bit of a stretch, Drew, just to see what sort of grade that hamstring may be. Let's hope that he's okay from the Crows' point of view. Smart puts in a big bomb. Beautiful kick, about 70 metres. Goes straight to McKernan. McKernan plays on quickly. Looking for Scholl, unable to grab it. Had a lease on life so far up in the forward line this year. Resurrected his career. Not to say that he was a bad player, Drew, but so far this year he's had a real good season up forward. And he's kicked 6 goals up on the half-forward line. Pagan's given him a chance. It's good to have that versatility in your game.
Pittman.
Ball falls straight to the ground. Big bunch of players. Now it's Costa. Out to Bond, who's nearly caught by Archer. Desperate stuff by North Melbourne forward line. Across the Fraser goal with Shuto. Able to clear now for Hart. This Crows back line. Now they're on the run. Robran kicked and pushed at the same time. Deemed a free kick. North Melbourne supporters don't agree with that, but that is the way it goes.
Yeah, there's not too much doubt there. The push right in the back, right at the point of contact as Robran was looking to kick.
Robran looks to chip. Finds Pittman. Beautiful kick by Robran. Now to play on quickly to Rashuto. Good 40, 45 metre kick over the back of the pack. Johnny Blakey, inside 50 now, can wrap it up for North. Kicks quickly under a lot of pressure from Crows. Forward to pressure now to Jamison on the wing. Jamison kicking inside 50. Finds Jarman on his own. Very good, plays on quickly on his left foot. Has a snap, look for his brother. Finds him in the square. Beautiful. Very, very cracker-esque, the two brothers.
And if I was Robert Shaw, I wouldn't be too worried about Andrew Jarman having a bit of a limp up here. I'd just say, well, you just stay in that 10-metre square, son, and take what your brother gives you.
And he'll take it too. 5 metres out. Adelaide Post, second goal.
Well, there's not much doubt about it. The combination of Andrew and Darren Jarman have been one of the catalysts for this improved side of Adelaide this particular year. Both extremely skilled and great users of the ball, whether it's going for goal or not. And if you just watch Darren here, just that little step, just throws, plays quite a little bit of room on his left foot, and a perfectly executed kick right across the top of Darren King.
Crows by 4 points. Pittman charged hard in the middle. Good tackling by North. Ball spills free. Pittman's hand pass. Edwards. Through lip tack and good running. Costa going past. His kick to Jarman again. Punch to the front. McGuinness overruns. McLeod goes back. And here's a snap out of bounds on the full. And that came from Tony Modra. North Melbourne player down on the cricket pitch area near the centre circle.
And Dennis Pagan just tossing the side around a little bit. Carey now has gone from the centre half back position down to centre half forward. I think that was a good move because North was starting to get a little bit of control through the ball through the middle of the ground.
Well, I'm sorry I hesitated on Tony Modra, but to me he doesn't look anything like the Tony Modra who used to kick 100 goals a season. He's got the #1 cut as well. And here's Rock going off the ground for North Melbourne after crashing down pretty hard in the centre. Scholl gets the hand pass. Through Anderson it goes. Laidley. Round the corner he goes, keeping the ball in. It's still only at half-back flank. Comes down to Scott. Threads a hand pass through. Simpson dispossessed, throws Costa to the ground. The umpire will ball it.
Some good solid tackling there. Costa's been a star for the Crows. They've had a lot of stars so far this year. They've had 18 players that have played all 4 games, and that's a clear reflection on how the Crows are going this year. They're very consistent. Oh, good hip and shoulder by Bickley. He's another strong player. Simpson now to recover for North. Not a very good kick, straight to Nigel Smart, another one of their top players. They haven't had many quiet players this year, Terry. Prosciutto to Tyson Edwards, kicking wide, giving Caven a little opportunity. Mickey Martin going for the big defensive punch out of bounds. Peter Caven's had a good season. Had a few showers so far this morning, but it looks pretty good. Current 16, we're looking forward to another 2 degrees on top of that. Make it a great day for football. Anderson, unable to take purchase. Now it's an opportunity for Modra. Nice clean cut, unable to take the ball. McGuinness off the ground, can't do it. Laley to clean up, Anderson over the top. Good solid work by Adelaide forwards. King, again, creating space. This time it's Simpson. Simpson looking up forward. Glenn Archer very clever. Allison on the burst, looks pretty good. Unable to take the mark. That was Freeborn. Now it's cleared by Ben Hart. Carey's been moved back up forward. Sorry, Drew.
Fancy Carey dropping that mark.
Costa now on centre wing. Couple of bounces, got plenty of room. Could put it over the top, elects to kick long. Does. Finds Prosciutto on his own. Some pretty loose checking for the North Melbourne defenders. Neil Curley got an update on some injuries there.
Yes, we have Chalmers, of course, as you called it, with a hamstring strain. A. Jarman off with an ankle problem, and Rock off with a heavy head knock. But he should be okay, Rock.
Thanks, girls. Prosciutto lining up on a pretty tight angle on about, will kick from about 45 metres and looking for Adelaide's 3rd goal.
Breeze across him from there, but plenty of protection from the stand at the scoreboard. Just inside 50. Not a bad kick by Prosciutto, and he hasn't missed by a lot. 5-point margin to the Crows. Just under 11 minutes remaining to quarter time. Already 2 off for Adelaide and 1 off for North. There's Rock, who was seeing stars there for a moment. Looks as though he might be ready to come back. Kick in by Anderson. Archer, the big climb, but couldn't take the mark. Shane Ellen sweeps the hand pass inside the 50. McLeod, the only Crow there. McGuinness, a bit of a fumble, grabbed by Martin through Scholl. Kick by Scholl to the centre of the ground. Allison jostling, but Hart out-jostles him and takes the mark. He's got the height over Brett Allison.
What a complete player to have to play in your defence, whether you want him in the full-back line or the half-back line. He'll take a big opponent or take a short opponent.
Kick by Hart, short of half-forward. Punched on by Edwards. McLeod slips down. Anderson for North. Over the centre circle he goes to half-forward. Simpson's been in a lot of play. Carey was there to contest the mark as well and intercepts the hand pass from Smart, goes over his shoulder, and now a chance for North Melbourne. Grabbed here by Armstrong. His kick misses McKernan, and the mark is taken in defence by Robran.
Robran plays on quickly. Tim Costa getting plenty of the ball, same with Bickley. Decides to change direction right across the ground for Liptak. Liptak's got a bit of time. Not a very good kick to set the forward play up. Modra falls over in front of Martin. Freeborn. Stevens unable to grab it, but tackles well, recovers. Now it's holding the man on Brett Allison against Ben Hart. Been a fast pace. First 10 minutes of this first quarter. 13 plays 8 in Adelaide's favour. Beautiful kick finds Archer on the run. Lovely lead into open space.
It was well structured by North Melbourne there. They created the space in front of Glenn Archer, and he was more than happy to go in there and take the ball.
Kicks from about 52. Looks pretty good. Bit of shoving in the goal square, but one behind to Glenn Archer.
Just the pushing and shoving in the goal square there was between Robran and McKernan, and Robran's going wherever McKernan goes, and likewise Pittman running with Capuano.
Nigel Smart for the Crows. Bright sunshine now at the MCG. Ben Hart takes the mark, still in the back pocket. Still only 21 years of age. Seems remarkable. Kick by Hart to Edwards. Now up towards half-back flank. In his second season in the AFL. Short of centre wing, and a punch down by Fairley is good disciplined play behind Caven, and sees the ball out.
One of Pagan's team rules, Drew, always punch from behind.
Crows by 4 points. Pittman's done a great job since Wren was out injured, and he'll have to do it for the rest of the season. There's Stevens under the pack. Umpire will ball it up.
Great thing about Pittman, Drew, is that he's also picking up a couple of goals. The last few weeks there's been 2 goals against his name by the end of the game.
Pittman gets the tap. Tireless work for the Crows to fill in for the injured Sean Wren. A tragedy for the Crows with him doing another knee. Freeborn unable to keep it in play. Boundary umpire deems out of bounds. Throwing about 70 metres around from the Crows. Goal, right half forward. Bit of supremacy in the air there, Terry. Adelaide 14-4 in the marking department. I think reflects a lot in the McKernans and the Careys need to, I suppose, get their hands up above their faces.
Yeah, I mean, Adelaide are really controlling the ball. Once they win it across half-back, they've been able to push forward. They haven't got the results across centre-half forward just yet, and they're still tossing things around now. Even Jarman has gone back into the goal square in the full forward position to try and take advantage of these forward thrusts.
Ben Hart on the burst, able to control it, but not a very, very good productive kick. Enables Rock, who's back on the ground. Rushes with a left footer, finds Allison now, has a bit of time. Gives it back to Archer, who's out from the goal square. Archer decides looking for Carey. Carey and Smart. Smart out, passes him very well with the body.
And buys a 50, well done. Like Nigel Smart's opened the game up in tremendous fashion. He's really controlled the ball in the air, taken a couple of marks. He's been able to control the play across halfback with a couple of very effective handballs. And he, well, very nicely cons the umpire into 50 metres.
It was smart work, wasn't it?
Oh, well, that's why they call him Smart. I don't know. Nigel
Smart kicks with a torp, gets a lot of air, will land in the goal square. No one can make. Now Modra, can he do something? No, Fliptack, can he do something special? Pesh across the corner and straight to Shane Allen. All a bit too easy.
What's he doing down there? One career goal to Shane Allen.
Well, this could be his second.
11 games at Footscray over 3 years. Here's his shot.
I think it's a goal, Terry. Adelaide 3-1. Out playing North. Well, torpedo.
That's a sensationally long kick and really puts a lot of pressure on the North Melbourne defence. And the small players in Adelaide, gee, they've got a lot of small players who are very quick and very sharp with their hands. And just a quick spinning of the ball set up Shane Allen on that occasion. But really, North Melbourne need to pull something in the centre of the ground now.
Ball back in the centre, and there's Allen, the goal kicker, out on the far centre wing. He's drifted well up the ground to kick that goal. Capuano to face Pittman. Ball comes underfoot, punched on by Bickley, overrun by Anderson. Laidley helped him out. David King. Well, a bit of luck about that kick, but no luck for the mark, and Scholl dropped it. A hand pass Edwards over the top, and they're off and running again, the Crows. Bickley out of the centre, long to full forward. McLeod hits the ground running, top goal. They do look an outfit, even in Melbourne wheels.
Quick, you see the hands here. This is very, very sharp, and Bond there. He's got it one moment, it's gone. Bickley doesn't mess around, goes long and hard. They're really settled into this game so very, very well. It's a great start for them. I think they just need to keep the pressure on with a few minutes remaining towards quarter time. The most important period for Adelaide to keep this momentum going.
4 goal kickers for Adelaide. Jarman, Robran, Allen and McLeod looking very good. They're all sharing it around. Here we go again. Jamison onto Liptak. Looking to set something up forward. Inside 50 now. Good solid mark by John Blakey in front of Darren Jarman. Settle it down for the Kangaroos. Great career for North and Fitzroy. Over Costa's head. Ball beats everyone out of bounds. Adelaide side of centre wing.
The problem North Melbourne have at the moment is they've got enough players who they can use as taggers. You know, Blakey getting on the job on Jarman, lately doing McGuinness and those sorts of things. But really haven't got anyone instigating play in the middle of the ground just yet.
Scott and Costa both battling. Freeborn on the bottom of the pack. Now Dean Laidley, the junkyard dog, unable to get his kick. Simpson quickly finds Brett Allison on centre wing. Right on the Coca-Cola logo. Kicks across, great mark to Corey McKernan. That's what North need. Some tall timber up forward.
A very good kick. Allison just gives it that little bit of air, and when you've got a player like McKernan there with the height advantage he has over Robin, that's the sort of ball he wants delivered in, and a great jump there to be able to control the ball.
McKernan's kicked 6 goals this year, 6-10. 7-10 now for the Kangaroos. McKernan's first, North Melbourne second. Adelaide Crows still leading by 10 points.
Well, North Melbourne have come into today's game without Mark Roberts, a late withdrawal from the side, and so the pressure really does now lie with McKernan and Capuano to be able to fill the void that Mark Roberts used to give where he kicked goals for the side. So these two young players really need to take it on now.
Bounce in the middle, and it favoured North Melbourne, but Pittman finished up with it and fires out the hand pass. Bond, hurried kick towards the 50. Rasciuto was there. Tapped up in the air. Here's Rasciuto. Hand pass into Liptak. Tries to beat a man, gets away with it. The hand pass by Pesh, and Bickley kicks another one. So the Crows have 5 different goal kickers, and they're 16 points up.
Well, a bit unfortunate. I thought this was a very good tackle from, who is it there? Freeborn in there, strong and hard, and the umpire was able to get it out quickly and allowed it to go on. But really, it is the midfield. Liptak's starting to get just too much football in there. He's working extremely hard, and with 8 possessions there, and Bickley being very strong and aggressive at the ball each and every time he goes.
Some great football by the Crows through their midfield and across half forward, showing North Melbourne how to do it. 5-1 leading 2-3. Now Robert Scott drives up forward. Carey and Smart. No one can mark Allison on the ground. Carey off the ground. Kick looks pretty good. Good answer by North Melbourne. One that Carey needed to kick.
Very much needed. I mean, Smart does so very well here in the front position. The ball spills down and just enough to get the foot to the ball. You know, Carey, without doubt, is a key to the game. His form hasn't been of the same high standard that we are used to in these games leading up to this round 5 clash. So this afternoon, pitted against Nigel Smart. He really has a tough day in front of him, but he really needs to come through for his side.
Well, goals coming at both ends of the ground at the moment. Pittman wins in the middle and gets the hand pass to Liptak, and the Crows go forward again, an open forward line, but the supply to Jarman is cut off by King, who's slung to the ground. He's holding the ball. Now, has the umpire not paid the mark, or did he say that King played on? I can't believe that King hasn't just gone back to have a kick.
That's a terrible decision, umpire. To add insult to injury, I think it's hurt his shoulder as well in the tackle.
There's got to be an element of doubt, doesn't there, Terry?
Yeah.
So Modra with a kick for goal from right in front and only 30 metres out, and gets it. So he becomes the 6th goal kicker for Adelaide and the 9th goal kicker for the match.
Taking nothing away from Modra. He was quite prepared to get in there and hustle here. But I thought, King, you saw him lift his left hand as to indicate, I'm stopping, I want to go back for my kick. And the umpire didn't buy that and deemed that he'd stepped off the mark and it was a play-on call. Modra in hard and aggressive. That's a great trait to add to his game, and was rewarded with it, so he picks up his first goal of the afternoon, and King maybe a little bit soft in the shoulder now.
Well, I was bemused at the first look and amazed at the second. I reckon that's a shock.
Well, Adelaide have kicked their 6th, thanks to Tony Modra returning to football. We want to see Modra get back into his old form. Great football, and very, very exciting for the Crows and for Australian football. Archer's down in defence, unable to take the mark. Fairley to clean up, gets a rush kick. Jamison, Shudo and Anderson. Anderson it is. Good hit. Finds Simpson on centre wing. Has to kick to space. John Blakey and Darren Jarman now. Jarman slips over. Blakey over the top of him. Called play on. Stacks on the mill. Will be a bounce.
These fans not too happy with the umpires.
North Melbourne's left half forward. About 65 out. Just under 3 minutes left in the first quarter. The Crows by 16 points. D. Jarman, rushed kick. Centre wing, good bounce for Freeborn. Offloads to David King. King finds Craig Sholland just short of the centre. Needs to move it quickly. Carey's one out with Smart. Carey leads, looks for him. So is McKernan. Over the top, unable to take the mark behind Robran. Rock has the front position. The Crows wrap it up.
The free kick stand at 4 apiece. But, I think the crowd are indicating not all that.
It's where you get them, Terry.
Where they were given against the North Melbourne side.
Ball up 40 metres out. North in attack. Jarman gets the hand pass away, but it goes to Scholl. His shot for goal. Gets there. So we've had 10 different goal kickers in the game, and Adelaide's lead is cut to 10 points.
This has been a good sign from North Melbourne. Clearly the quarter has belonged to Adelaide. They've been most dominant, but North Melbourne have been able to hang in there. They haven't kicked consecutive goals yet, but every now and again they'll bob up with another one. Now Scholl's a player to get this one for them, to keep them within this manageable target of only 10 points away.
It's a great game here at the MCG. Adelaide Crows by 10 points. Inside a couple of minutes now, it's Allison. Here's another chance for Freeborn from inside 50. Kick looks pretty good. It's through. Two good goals in a row. Fantastic stuff by the Kangaroos.
Yeah, the 2 consecutive goals, that always makes a difference. It gives you a little bit more momentum, and Freeborn now getting in onto the act in terms of goal scorers. Hasn't been a dual goal scorer yet in the game, and I think that's what's showing that this is a very free and hard game. Everyone's got a chance to be involved in what has been a very entertaining first quarter.
We're in the last 2 minutes of the term. And what a game we have now. Anthony Stevens out of the middle. Scholl couldn't take the mark. It's at half forward for North. They've had a good last couple of minutes. Stepping out of trouble, Scott. A high one to the 50. Bradley playing in his 3rd set of colours in the AFL. Takes the mark, but he's a long way out. 46 games with Essendon and 9 with Collingwood. Cross looking for Carey. A drop short. Simpson juggles. It's an Adelaide free kick. It's coming back to Hart against Carey. Carey's had a tough time, but his only goal was a soccer off the ground. Bickley out of defence to centre wing, where Caven takes the mark. In front of the smokers stand at the MCG. 37 to 33, the Crows leading. Kick by Caven to half forward. Wide for Pittman. The gloves did the job, and he took the mark.
Pittman, a couple of kicks out from goal. Wants to move it quickly. Robin in there leading. Same with Modra. Ball punched over the boundary line by the North Melbourne defenders.
The injury to Andrew Jarman's really going to throw the balance out of the Adelaide side a little bit. Now, Shaw playing Darren Jarman down the forward line, so obviously then missing a lot of drive from that player through the centre of the ground.
Pittman, fresh air shot now. McLeod, it's already kicked one. Rashuto runs into trouble, gives it to Edwards. Back to Liptak, to McLeod looking for his second. To Caven for his first. There it is. Adelaide 7th.
And the trend continues. We've had 12 different goal kickers.
It's unbelievable, isn't it? But I think what it shows is just the speed of the game, Drew. I mean, the conditions are perfect here. The track's great. the players are able to handle the ball cleanly, and with exceptional skills, they're really spinning the ball around with accurate handball, some good accurate kicking between teammates. So everybody's got a chance to get on the end of some good play here.
Only 17 seconds left, but you'd reckon that's plenty of time to get a goal in this game. Free kick to North in the middle, and it'll go to Anthony Rock, who needs to be as hard as a rock because he's hit them just short of a length on the cricket pitch a couple of times. Just behind the centre circle. The kick up towards the 50. Carey and McKernan. And the mark to McKernan right on quarter time here. What a first quarter of football we've had at the MCG. McKernan to kick for goal after the siren. And he could be the first multiple goal scorer of the match after the first 12 goals have been kicked by 12 different players. 10 points is the lead to the Crows at the moment. And McKernan going for his second. That mark was his third. The kick's not bad. I think it's just there. Another one. What a quarter of football. 7 goals to 6 in a scoring romp at the MCG. And the North fans still not happy about the free kick and goal to Modra down at the other end. And they're loudly hooting the umpires here. It's just 4 points the difference. And it is the cricket ground, and it's like a cricket score that we've just seen. So, the quarter-time score here between the two competition leaders, first against second, as Andrew Jarman limps back into the fray. It's 7-1 Adelaide, 6-3 North. What a quarter at the MCG. The Crows 7-1-43, North 6-3-39. For a while it looked as though the Crows were getting right on top, but North kept on coming back, and the goal to McKernan after the siren made the difference, less than a kick. McKernan's the only one to kick more than 1 goal, and we've had 13 goals in the match so far and 12 different goal kickers. 2 other games being played today, and Carlton playing the West Coast, and the Blues leading by 2 points, 2-4 to 2-2, and Koutafidis had 13 possessions for the Blues in the first quarter. And Richmond leading the Cats at Cardinia Park, 4-6-30 to 3-2-20. 2 goals each to Richardson and Jurica for Richmond. Down on the boundary, Neil Curley.
Yeah, Dennis Pagan very vocal, demanding more pressure by his players on the Adelaide Crows to stop that quick reflex handball. But the Adelaide Crows are 1 tall short, I feel. If they lose a big man now, they're in real trouble. You've got to remember too, McGuinness and D. Jarman have hardly had the ball at this stage. So if they can find a bit of footy, the Crows could be a bit more dangerous.
Back in the centre now, Pittman and McKernan. Rock wraps it up now. Kicks up forward. Good punch by Nigel Smart. Now wrapped up by Bond. Decides to kick right across from goal. Looking for Robran and finds him. Unloads pretty quickly to Ben Hart. Ben Hart on the Adelaide Crows half back. Kicks up towards centre wing. Plenty of North Melbourne players. Stevens is one of those. Gives it back to Rock. Has a bit of time. Steadies. Looks for a teammate. Finds Adam Simpson. Left half forward for North Melbourne. Simpson drives it up wide. No one can take a mark. Allen able to recover for the Crows. Has a bit of time now. Unloads, puts a bit of pressure on for his teammate. And able to recover. Back to Allen again for his third position. Pesh it is this time. Kicks long. Looking for McLeod. Unable to take a one-hander. North Melbourne in Anderson, able to get it ball clear quickly. But Bradley Plain, Freeborn, the pace is still there from the first quarter. Inside 50 now, looking for McKernan. Doesn't let him down.
He's shaping up as the danger player for the Crows. Their balance has been throwing out through losing Brett Chalmers with a hamstring injury early in the game. And as Neil Curley just called, Adelaide could be found to be one of the tall players short in their structure in the back line, and it'll be Corey McKernan who'll be the one who'll exploit that.
He's already kicked a couple in the first quarter. Lining up for his third. And I think he skews it to the left. Only one behind. Takes North to 6-4-40, 3 points behind. Adelaide 7-1-43.
Well, McKernan has been the man marking on the forward line. He's taken 4 marks. And Wayne Carey, who's one of the leading markers in the competition, isn't taking any. Liptak out of defence. The mark taken by Robran at half-back for the Crows. Margin 3 points, Adelaide in front. Liptak followed up, got it back again. Unmarked, the centre circle is Ellen. For the second time, Robran is left-footed to the 50. That's good movement of the ball by Adelaide, but it's wide of Prosciutto. Getting back is Archer, running the ball out of play. Curls talked about Tony McGuinness, quiet first quarter, 2 possessions. One of the other veterans, McDermott, spent the whole first quarter on the bench. Pittman's hand pass out in front of goal. Desperation by North, bottled him up. Holding the ball, say the crowd. That is the Adelaide player in there holding the ball. Liptak, who's gone the length of the ground. He was penalised, and it'll be a North Melbourne free kick, and it'll be taken by Laidley. No, across to Archer. Now, Laidley's put down, one of the North players has been put down off the ball. Archer takes the hand pass. It was Stevens who went down, but he recovered quickly. He gave it straight to the opposition. And McLeod marks. He centres the ball to an unmarked Bickley, and Bickley is about 47 metres out from goal.
During all that messing around there over the free kick as to who was going to have it and where they were going to give it off, the North Melbourne forwards were all thrown out of position, and consequently the Adelaide wall was set up and has held the ball in well.
Bickley for a 9-point lead for the Crows. Away to the right, and behind.
It is important to move the ball quickly out of defence. Once your side clearly has the possession, let's get it out of there before the opposition side can set that wall up. On that occasion, it was too slow. Adelaide did very good construction there with Bickley there to cut it off.
Risk taken by North Melbourne defenders in Fairley. Finds Archer just inside 50 on the set kick out. Plays on quickly up towards centre wing. Simpson and Ellen, no one can grab it. Scholes up from half forward. Bit of desperation required. Stacks on the mill again. And another bounce. Adelaide's side of the centre. Howlett, Vernon and Pfeiffer, the umpires today at the G, doing a pretty good job. Pittman gets the knock away from his own goals. Laidley. McGuinness and McLeod. McLeod the fastest on his left foot. Can he do something special? Over the top of everyone. Modra looking for a miracle goal. Slides it through for a behind. A la Eric Cantona.
Well, it's worth a ding at, isn't it? I mean, the ball is always just going to roll through for the behind. McLeod has the gate. There it is there. Just throw the foot in. Anything could have happened there, and you would always be no worse off than the behind.
Anderson straight up the centre of the ground. Pittman drops the mark. It comes to Smart. He thumps it back to the goal square. Anderson punches from behind Modra. It goes to Pesh in front. Bickley a snap for goal. Across the face. And out of bounds on the full. Mark Bickley's got a full set. 1 goal, 1 behind, and 1 out of bounds. Lately.
Outside 50, Pittman using his body strength. He's filled a great role for the Crows. Jarman wanted the kick. Typical Jarman terrible. The ball I wanted. But Pittman has to take the kick from about 55 on a slight angle.
You have given the umpires a rap. I reckon if you went round the southern stand and asked any North Melbourne fan at the moment.
Yeah, but if you ask the Adelaide Crows fans, they'd be saying, they'd be agreeing with me. Got to give them a go, Drew.
You'll be clearly outnumbered.
Good solid strength. Pittman from 55. Goes in short. Beautiful kick to Prosciutto. That is great football.
Gee, David Pittman, he really disguised that so well. He's really going in there to give it the thump just at the last moment. He sees Prosciutto making the lead and slots the ball perfectly over the head of the North Melbourne defence to him. Great play by the big fella.
You talk about young players, Drew. This guy's 20 years old and is a real star.
Amazing.
Directly in front. One behind.
So 2 behinds to Mark Prosciutto this afternoon. That 50th career goal, which he's searching for today, is proving to be quite elusive.
Is his star dimmed with that kick? He should have kicked that one. 6 points the margin, the Crows in front. Anderson kicks in. Archer wrestles away his opponent and comes up with the football. Scott didn't see the man coming, Jarman. Ball shoveled out by Smart. Martin had come up with Modra. Oh, Fairley's lost it. Caven for the Crows, and unmarked is Modra. And Mick Martin was caught out well up the ground.
Well, you know, I think Mick has to have a go at something here that North Melbourne just haven't got the ball through the centre of the ground. They don't look like getting to their half forward. He had a go at it, but the weight of numbers in the midfield always belonging with the Crows. Rebounds to Modra.
Modra for his second. Gets it. Tony Modra played his first game for the season last week. He kicked 3. He's got 2 so far today.
North Melbourne really have problems in this area here in the midfield, and Mick Martin coming up to try and make a difference, and really just the exchange of handball between North Melbourne hasn't been as sharp as what it should be. And it's been Adelaide who have really been sweating on these errors and have been quite prepared just to whip the ball out of the North Melbourne hand and take it back home.
Modra just kicked his second, Adelaide's 8th. The Crows by 12 points. Now a chance for Stevens and the Kangaroos. But there's 3 against 1. Costa's one of those on centre wing for the Crows. Kicks quickly. Finds Caven, who's dragged to the ground by Fairley. Will take a free kick. Intensity's rising here again after that fantastic first quarter.
McKernan's gone onto the ball. Capuano's come off, replaced by Reynolds.
It's a free kick to Tony McGuinness from about 60 metres. Laidley had the kick, but it was taken off North Melbourne and given to McGuinness. Kicks long, looking for the spot. McKernan will take the mark. It's called play on. North Melbourne fans definitely do not agree with that one. McGuinness takes his eye off the ball just quickly, slips over. Costa now to settle for the Crows. Around the corner, under a lot of pressure. Lip tack. Good pressure by North Melbourne, 3 against 1 there. Up towards centre. Nigel Smart and Ellen. Free kick against Ellen, going to Craig Scholl for holding.
So Keenan Reynolds has gone on into the full forward position, and Scholl will now be going towards him.
Scholl kicks up, Robin in front. All a bit too easy. Plays on quickly for Bond. Now the Crows are away.
Kick by Bond, short of centre wing. It flips to the back to Costa. Can't control the ball and runs out of room. And it's out in front of the interchange gate. Just saw Capuano go off for North. McKernan onto the ball. He's been a good forward, Corey McKernan. He's taken 4 marks and had 5 possessions. But it could be a crucial part of the game. High tackle. An advantage is played. Goes through Pesh to Smart, and he runs through the centre uncontested. Nigel Smart a long way out, but can kick a long way. Rasciuto. Well, North paying the price for poor tackling then. That was just a giveaway free kick with a high tackle. So Mark Rasciuto looking for his first goal. Deep in the right forward pocket. Improves the angle. Brings it back with the left. Kicked it pretty well. Has got it.
So Dennis Pagan now is the man in the arena here with the job in front of him. All he can really do now is start to toss his players around, just trying to get someone into the midfield who can give them the spark. He can't get Wayne Schwartz back out onto the ground because of a long-term knee injury. And that's the type of player they so much miss just at the moment. Some dynamic player who can make a difference in the middle.
There's 3 kicks in it. Adelaide 9-4, North Melbourne 6-4. Stevens is forced to kick around the corner. Pagan won't be happy, there's no support for him. Enables Edwards to pick it up. giving them a bit of time now. Pittman has rucked fantastically for the Crows today. Tireless effort. It's his 5th kick. He's had 10 hit-outs. Martin holding the man against Modra. Mickey is not happy.
Well, I think Mick's just unhappy that he got caught. I mean, there was no problem there. It is there. It does go to claim the wrist. Russell Morris here just indicating that he thought it was just a little bit of a push on the arm, but...
No, that was a free kick. Definitely. Modra lining up for his 3rd, and the Crows' 10th. Looks pretty good. Tony Modra will be very happy. 3 last week, 3 inside half-time against North Melbourne.
And these two combatants, Modra and Martin, have been going out on numerous occasions. Modra, I mean, a career average is some 4 goals a game. It's been tremendous right throughout, and here he is. Missed the first 2 rounds of the season with a knee injury, but 3 goals last week and 3 up until only halfway through the 2nd quarter this week.
3 goals in the last 5 minutes, and the Crows lead by 4 goals. Darren Jarman playing in the middle. Andrew Jarman off injured. Here's McGuinness, rarely sighted today, gets the hand pass away. Out in front of McLeod. Run down by Anderson. Concedes some ground. Prosciutto looking dangerous. Puts it to the goal square. Modra and Martin.
A great
Mickey!
Great work. He looked every inch a Newport boy there, didn't he? Mean and tough. Wasn't going to let anything push him out.
Terrific strength mark by Mickey Martin. Straight up the ground he goes. McKernan looks as though he might have done a thumb or dislocated a finger or something. Centre of the ground. Allison goes the hand pass back. Through Rocket goes. Carey's been quiet. He's kicked to an open forward line, but ill-directed, very wide, and it sits up beautifully for Robran. Kicked by Robran, out of bounds on the full. McKernan getting treatment. Might have got something in the eye, a finger in the eye. The kick in front of goal, and safe as a bank is Rod Jamieson. Back he goes to Hart, and the Crows working it to the outer side. They lead 64-40. The kick short of centre wing. Well done, Edwards. Holds things up. North player gets over the mark. The umpire says to Edwards, play on now. He kicks it back into a North player, and it's kept in play. The hand pass to King. He runs out of room and takes it over. Throw in.
Good work by King then, putting a bit of pressure on Edwards. That's what North need. Adelaide have been controlling this game in the first 10 minutes. They've kicked 3 goals. North Melbourne have only kicked 1 point. Now Stevens, high ball inside 50, but Bond taking that ball uncontested.
He's been very good. I mean, he's cleaned up a lot across the half-back line, and a quality user of the ball.
Settles it down for the Crows, elects to kick long up towards centre wing. Simpson and Jamieson. Jamieson clever by punching the ball towards the boundary. Laley to Stevens. Oh, good body work by Allison in front of Ben Hart. Ben Hart, no slouch. Very, very good play. Allowing Allison to kick from about 50 metres on a slight angle. Kicks long, but wide. Carey!
That's his first mark.
And let's hope one of many. Very exciting to watch in full flight.
Oh, he's had opportunities right throughout the year, hasn't he? I mean, he's kicked some 15 goals through the year, including a bag of 6 goals, 1 in round 2. But really today he's had his colours lowered so far to Nigel Smart. Needs to convert this one. A hell of a tough shot, though.
Well, kick from the members' stand. Runs around on his left. Oh, very, very clever goal by Carey. The goal of a superstar. North Melbourne 7th. 18 points the difference with 8.5 minutes left in this 2nd quarter.
Well, there's quality in both these actions. Won the mark under a great degree of pressure from Nigel Smart, but then just watch this kick. Out he steps, buys some room, not using the banana, most confident on left or right foot, Wayne Carey has curled it through perfectly. Great shot at goal.
Well, the bounce in the middle favoured McKernan. He got an uncontested knock. It was worth a kick, but clean bowled Carey, grabbed by Smart, who goes across the half-back line to the safety of out of bounds, and we'll have a throw-in. Umpire's ball up in the middle, didn't even give Pittman a chance. Nigel Smart, an All-Australian, playing on Carey, a very difficult task. Carey hasn't been dominant all season. He's continuing a bit here today. He's having a tough time of it. McKernan, Carey, a little hand pass. Allison, an open goal. Gets it! Allison's first goal. North have kicked 2 in a row, and they're just 12 points down.
Well, North Melbourne certainly won't take anything lying down, and they've been able to come back. And Allison's been the live wire across half forward, who's involved in a very good mark early and delivered the ball down to Carey for him to goal last. Then some quick turn of speed. Ben Hart, no slouch in terms of speed, so some great work from Allison.
2 North Melbourne goals in 2 minutes have put him back in the game. Only 2 kicks in it. Now, Laidley takes the Pittman knock. Going to be taken by Ben Hart in defence. Hart goes wide, looking for Pesh. Lets it bounce. Able to recover now on his left foot. Puts himself under a bit of pressure. Cloud at the back. Caven unable to control it. Fairley does well. Diving work by Bickley. Simpson calling for a cab. But it's a bounce. Umpire Tim Pfeiffer. Centre of the MCG. Pretty crowded. Jamison taken without the ball. Stevens to clean up. King. Quick kick. Allison in front. Good punch by Hart. That's why he's an All-Australian. Caught. And holding the ball. Reynolds plays on quickly. Smart goes the big limp. Over the top of Carey. Good pressure by North Melbourne forwards and Scholl. Bickley now to Smart on the burst. Now Robran through the centre of the G. Kicks quickly inside 50, looking for Jarman. Finds him on 45 metres. Jarman looking to settle it down. Decides he will have a shot. Relatively quiet day for Jarman. 4 kicks, 2 handballs. Only his second mark.
Chris McDermott coming on now for Tony McGuinness. And we have Allison, I think, being carried off behind play as well. And seemingly a leg injury.
Looks like an ankle. Jarman's kick looks pretty good. Smile on his face reflects a goal.
Geez, a lot happening here because Allison has been an excellent player for North Melbourne. He's had 10 possessions, and if he's gone for the rest of the day, that is a vital blow to North.
Looks like a thigh, I think, Terry, or a knee.
Yeah, and I think the worst part it was, I think it was a clash with one of his own teammates right on the hard cricket pitch area. But, you know, Adelaide being able to work their way back into this, and, you know, Blakey's done a good job on Jarman. A lot of pressure on him all the time, but it's hard to keep him down.
A high attrition rate in this game. Adelaide already without Andrew Jarman and Chalmers. They come out of the middle. Jamison taps the ball on. Reynolds for North. Grabs it. Hand passes wide to Scott. Now North back running. Carey at half forward. Smart's been with him all day. Carey, the second effort was good. The hand pass. Simpson. Plain. Marks just in front of the behind line. No, he hasn't. It's come off him and through for a minor score.
Well, okay, if it's not a mark, it's going to be pretty close to a free kick. I mean, he was fairly buried here over the back. Bond just straight over the top. If that's not in the back, no mother plays the game.
Agree with that, Terry.
Well, the crowd saw it again on the replay on the Giants scoreboard, and they're all with you, Wheels.
Jamison from Hart, traversing the ground, now drives it up through centre wing, up towards half forward. Caven in better position, plays on quickly, looking for the leading Rashuto over his head. Archer to recover. Quickly, 1-2, back to Archer. Fairley under a bit of pressure, has to kick quickly, kicks high. Armstrong in the middle of a pack. McDermott's on. Jamison. It's tough and fast here at the G. Jamieson quickly now to Rasciuto. Conceding 10 metres to Bickley. Bickley goes short, well smothered by Reynolds is on the ground. Reynolds over the top. Stevens. North Melbourne defence are looking good. Scott now able to set it up through centre. Goes the bounce. Well shepherded by North Melbourne teammates. Carey unable to mark. Now Scott's a chance, a second time. Open goal. Great shoal. North Melbourne's 9. Going goal for goal here at the MCG. Great game.
And then Anthony Stevens, I think he's got to take a lot of credit for North's fight in this second quarter. He was the instigator there. Got it to Robert Scott, who kicked long and followed on again to rove the contest and quick hands on over to Scholl. It's a little bit of a shift in the momentum of the game here, and North Melbourne at this stage have it.
Back in the middle, 11 points the margin. Adelaide in front. Pittman goes through and runs through Stevens. Well, there's that many injured. Curls, what have you got?
Yeah, well, young Allison, the doc's working on his knee. It's his left knee, so he'll just wait and see what the extent of the damage is.
Yeah, North definitely need him because he's been a lively forward. McKernan comes over the top of Pittman and gives away a free kick. Pittman's had 11 hit-outs, and this is his 11th disposal. He's had a fantastic game, David Pittman. Who needs Sean Wren the way he's going? And look at that pass to Rasciuto, unmarked on the 50. Brett Allison up on his feet, testing the knee, but it doesn't look too good.
Would you risk him, Wheels? Like being a coach, did we take him back on?
Yeah, you need him. I would.
A short pass was cut off by Laidley, and so Adelaide mucked up that forward thrust.
Laidley kicks up long. No one's able to support him. Edwards slips over. Good tackle by Freeborn. Ball busted free.
And just on that, Russell, I mean, the Allison, does he come back or not? Really, it is a medical decision. That the coach can't make a decision to take the player back on unless he's got the doctor's okay and approval to do so.
Well, it looks like they're taping him up. They want to give it a shot. McLeod, eyes only for the ball. Inside 50. Will kick from about 49 metres.
He is a North Melbourne doctor, though, and he's backed them for the flag.
Good mark by McLeod. Will kick for his second. Kick one in the first quarter. Just veers to the right, hits the post. One behind. That saves the draw, Drew.
And Brett Allison getting that knee taped on the interchange bench. Game hasn't quite had the same pace in the second quarter as it did in the first, when we had 13 goals kicked. We've now had a total of 20. Two straight kicks the difference. Adelaide in front. Magnificent mark front of the pack. That's fantastic by Simpson, just in his second season. Away to Anthony Stevens. Reynolds takes the mark. He's got Freeborn going past. Long kick to the forward line. Carey's there. Works to the front. It was Scholl. Couldn't take the mark. Liptak's hand pass could have been dangerous, but it works well for Bond. He goes to the southern stand side. Unmarked Robrin. And unmarked is Pittman. I'm not kidding. 40 metres in the clear. What a game he's playing. To full forward, Modra gets away from Martin. Goes goalwards, but Martin has support from Archer.
Archer has no one upfield, so he elects to kick towards the boundary line. Smart play by Glenn Archer. No one to support him on centre wing. Curls, another update?
Yeah, he's not confident. He wants to come back on, but he knows it's sore right in the cartilage area, and he's testing it, but he wants to, but I don't think he's really game to.
A lot of courage, Brett Allison. But common sense may have to prevail as Ben Hart, under pressure, kicks around the corner. Keenan Reynolds on half-back.
It may be better to come on and try and play on Matthew Liptak, the doctor, just in case.
Well, just 2 minutes to half-time, so it'd be wise to rest for this the rest of this first half and then look at it at half-time. Smart toes the ball off the ground, conceding some ground. Stevens, great play. Pulled off it by Smart, but no whistle. The umpire will ball it up.
Hasn't he come back well, Anthony Stevens, after knee injury towards the end of the season last year and missing the final series, and jumped straight back into the fray this year as if there was no gap at all.
McDermott yet to get a touch. The man he replaced, McGuinness, had just 4 possessions. So they've had very little from the veterans in the first half, the Adelaide Crows.
Two kicks in it. North would love to get a goal in this play. Robran wraps up Stevens, the man in question. Been busy. 14 possessions, 9 kicks and 5 handballs, Anthony Stevens. McKernan, the big thump. Now Carey, off to Scott, on his left. Freeborn around the corner. Disappointment reigns for North Melbourne. Only one behind.
He had more time than that, didn't he? A minute left to half-time. Kick straight up the ground where Robran marks at centre-half back. Fires out the hand pass to Liptak. It's blocked by Freeborn, who's had a good few minutes. Knocks the ball up towards Rock. Rock goes back. Reynolds. Bradley Plain is there, but can't quite take the mark. McKernan near the behind post. Goes off the ground. It's still with him. Robran's got him. He scoops it up. In the back by Jamison. No. Plain's there. What desperation from both teams. And the best thing there, I reckon, is for a ball up from the umpire. Oh, it was good, wasn't it?
Could have gone either way.
So close, wasn't it? Getting the foot to that ball and could well have gone through.
Bond, smart play by the defender off the ground, looking for the boundary line. Freeborn, very clever. No. Whistle beats him. Just a little wry look from Stevens. Throwing about 53 metres around from the North Melbourne goal, left half forward. Seconds to see out the first half. Armstrong, well smothered by McDermott. The veteran of over 100 games for the Crows.
Matty Armstrong's gone missing. 1 kick.
Spent a bit of time on the bench.
Matty's been missing for a couple of weeks, Drew. On and off the bench quite a bit.
Soren beats them all. Half time. 4 goals kicked by Adelaide that quarter versus 3 for North Melbourne. Few injuries, some good hard play. Not as hectic as the first quarter, Drew.
He could barely keep that up. It was just absolutely sensational in the first quarter. And Brett Allison with a distinct limp. And, well, he's got about 15 minutes at half-time to think about it, have it worked on, but you wonder whether we'd see him back. Andrew Jarman was injured in the first minute. We wonder whether we'll see him back. So the duo Jarman we're not seeing. And there is Chalmers limping as well. So there's injuries galore for both teams. And a half-time score here at the MCG, an 11-point lead to the Crows, 11-5-71 to 9-6-60. Lead to the Crows. Pittman applying the tackle, making sure the ball's not ripped out in a hurry, but it does leave the centre square. Costa ridden into the ground, been tackled by Scott, and the umpire will ball it up. Bright sunshine, but the shadows lengthening at the MCG. Pittman palms the ball down. It comes to Ellen. He doesn't clear the pack with his kick. It's a bit of a messy start to the second half. The umpire David Howlett, will ball it up again. As Curls was talking about the job done by Blakey. Blakey's had just 3 kicks. Darren Jarman's been kept to 7 possessions, which is below par for this season for Darren Jarman. Anthony Stevens for North. First blood for the second half.
That fella's been in sensational form. He really worked hard during the second quarter, kept his side within touch up to half-time, and here he is in the opening seconds of the third quarter being the man to kick the goals. That's just the spark that they need, and I'm sure Dennis Pagan worked extremely hard during the break, not so much in positional changes, but inside the players' minds and really keep them focused to the task at hand.
Back to 5 points, the difference. Inside the first minute of this second half. Lovely day at the MCG, Crows and North Melbourne. Liptak wrapped up by Scholl. Too high. Plays on quickly. Tyson Edwards kicks wide. McLeod gets bumped out of the way by King. To Archer. Conceding ground is Anderson. Back to King. Now he gets his kick. Centre wing. Carey in front. Smart, clever play. Simpson under a bit of pressure. Craig Scholl, good body work. Kicks intelligently, finds the gap. Armstrong elbow to mate, lets him down. Needs to recover now and put it through. Only able to kick towards the boundary line, but it stays in. D. Jarman. Back to Armstrong. Goes inboard. Makes amends and finds Blakey at true centre forward position.
Well, wasn't that a struggle from Matthew Armstrong there? It really has been a little bit out of touch over the last couple of weeks, spending a fair bit of time on the bench, but just this last disposal is a very, very well executed in finding Blakey.
North Melbourne second for the quarter. Puts them a point up. They're pumped. 11-6 to 11-5.
And that really hurts the Crows, that one, because Blakey, while also doing a very good job at shutting Jarman down, now has found us a little bit of space here in the forward line and able to convert 2 quick goals. So start the quarter for North Melbourne really has changed the game, and Adelaide now have to do something very strong at this centre bounce.
The Crows had led since the 8-minute mark of the first quarter, and all of a sudden North lead early in the third term. Costa wrapped up in a good tackle. The ball spills free. Scott loses it. It's tough in there. Bickley gets it going forward the Crows' way. Pittman playing the role of a half-forward flanker just about. Liptak off his left, inside the 50. Rashuto closed down at the last moment by Archer. It comes to Anthony Stevens. He clears for North out towards the Smoker stand wing. Awkward one, difficult one here for Freeborn. He's caught. Gets it back from Anderson. Freeborn's kicked to half forward. Robin, oh, that's a sensational mark by Smart. He's playing on a tough man in Carey.
Does it well. Liptak in short. Fakes the handball. Elects to kick long. Pittman, the new Crows half-forward flanker, has had a great game. It's his 6th mark. That'll be his 8th kick. No one can grab it. Caven on his wrong side, kicks under pressure, puts it out of bounds on the full. Inside the first 4 minutes of the third quarter, North have kicked 2 quick ones, are in front by a point, and we have a fantastic game here at the MCG. Laidley likes to kick long. Pittman at the back of the pack. McKernan, easy as you like, thank you very much. Takes his 5th grab, kicks long. Wayne Carey has been a relatively quiet game for his standards. In the centre of the ground, kicks wide. Scholl in front. Now it's Ben Hart with a bit of pace, putting his body in front, able to control the ball. Plane falls over. Ellen, Armstrong. Too much strength for the Crows. Quickly now to wrap up. Quickly to Hard under pressure. Kicks towards centre wing. McGuinness. Spent a bit of time on the bench. Laidley. Clever play close to the boundary line. Beats McGuinness. Over the boundary line on centre wing for North Melbourne. So the Kangaroos by 1 behind. 15.5 minutes left in this third term. Pittman and Fairley. Pittman gets the knock to McGuinness. Quick handball away to Pesh. Under a lot of pressure. Able to get it to Liptak this time. Can they set something up now? It's Costa. He's had a good first half for the Crows. Looking for Rashuto. Body in front. Archer. Strong defender. Allows the ball to go over the boundary line about 35 metres around for the Adelaide goal.
One of the great things of being in the position we are, where we can see the entire ground. I've just been marvelling at the amount of work that Liptak and Anthony Stevens are doing in one-on-one. They're covering the ground from one end to the other, and neither of them have dropped down to a jog yet.
Here's Pittman trying to take clean possession. He loses it. Laidley for North. Mick Martin leaves full back and dashes up the ground. The crowd rises to Mick. Centre wing, excellent mark. Fantastic mark by Simpson.
Been a good pick-up, Terry. Simpson.
Very strong.
Adam Simpson to half back. Ellen, who's been a good pick-up from Footscray. Shane Ellen goes towards the outer side of the ground. The easiest possession McGuinness has had all day. He's about 25 metres in the clear. Up towards half-forward. Pittman at shin level. Tries to paddle the ball in. Scott goes off the ground. And out will do North Melbourne at this stage. They lead by a point. 7 minutes into the second half. Well, a game so far worthy of a contest between first and second on the ladder. There have been injuries for both teams, so they're both well below strength at the moment. Reynolds and Pittman. Jamieson gains a few metres, close to the boundary line. Bond. Back he goes. Jamieson again, inside the 50. McLeod. Oh, Archer just crashed through that pack and made sure that ball was going nowhere but out.
But Drew, we've mentioned the number of injuries, but that more often than not is what depicts who the better side is. They're the ones who can handle it when they've got a few stars out. How strong are their reserves? How committed are they to doing the job? And I think these two sides are really putting a great show here now.
Reynolds gets front position. Robert Scott, eyes on the ball, does it well. Good shepherd bow, smothered by Jamieson. Good forward play. Bashudo. North crowd screaming for a free kick. Now McGuinness around the corner. An inaccurate one behind. Terry, you're mentioning the injuries. Jarman with a doubtful ankle, and also Chalmers with a hamstring, so it doesn't look likely that they may continue for the rest of the game.
No, we probably would have seen them by now if they were to return, and that's what's thrown Robert Shaw a little bit, is that there's one key player from either end of the ground off.
David King receives the kick out, takes a few risks, and could be an expensive one. Laidley, body in front of McGuinness. Very fortunate to get that free kick, but the free kick was there. Risk-taking in the back line. Now Laidley goes off, plays quickly onto Fairley. Fairley decides, I want to get this ball right out of here. Kicks long up towards centre wing. Simpson from the Northern Knights. Good pick up for North Melbourne. He's been deemed with holding the man. Handballed the ball to the ground. Good clever play. Low trajectory kick, looking for Scholl, unable to mark. Pack now, Bickley, great vision to Jarman. That's how the Crows set it up, excellent vision to Liptak. Now Jamieson to set it up for the Crows forwards. An unfortunate kick.
No.
And Martin has been pinned for a trip on Tony Modra by umpire Pfeiffer. And you can read Mickey Martin's lips, he said it all.
Really, it was just a tangle of legs there and the run to the ball. No intent whatsoever in that one.
Modra will kick from directly in front, about 40 metres out. Modra kicks his four.
And 3 of them from free kicks. 3 out of the 4.
Well, Mickey Martin shaking his head, not even suggests the boundary rider Neil Curl is shaking his head too. Even an avid Crow fan wouldn't take that one. But Modra, again stepping right into the breaches with his 4th goal, takes whatever advantage he can get.
Pittman's won the ball out of the middle. Costa put the ball down, said the umpire. North Melbourne free kick. Ball's coming back to Anthony Rock. So the free kick and goal to Modra puts the Crows in front by that straight kick. They lead by 6 points. Modra's 3 out of 4 goals have come from free kicks. You're holding the ball, Darren Jarman. He didn't like it. Down goes Carey.
They're screaming for 50. Howard won't give it to them.
Carey goes on quickly. McKernan. Great disposal by Carey.
A strong tackle here, and then it's a little bit of how to do that. Really, that was a 50-metre penalty without any doubt whatsoever. Umpire Grant Vernon missed that one.
So Corey McKernan, who's kicked 2, this to level the scores again. What a game at the MCG. All tied up. Plenty of controversy, but plenty of top footy.
Well, which is all starting to happen, but more often than not, it's the cream that comes to the top. And Corey McKernan is the receiver here of this pass from Carey. McKernan picks up his 50th career goal as a result of this shot at goal. And Adelaide just need to watch it now. They don't get rattled. That could very easily have been a 50-metre free kick to Carey.
Scores a level. Great game here at the G. Bond trying to move it forward. Now it's North Melbourne's turn again. Scholl in front. Carey steadies. Ball is smothered off the boot. Ben Harp to settle it down for the Crows. Jamison on half-back. Plays on quickly. Fighting Liptak. Needs to move it on quickly. And does, looking for Pittman on centre wing. And a good strong mark by the giant Crow.
Nearly trying to give Darren Jarman a bit more of a role in the middle of the ground. He's been anchored in at full forward just at the moment.
Caven, ball punched away. Edwards this time. Now it's Bond again. Clever around the corner, inside 50, looking for Robran. But Armstrong dropping another mark. Should have taken. Bigley run into an open goal. He's taken. He's been shoved right in the middle of the back team of the umpire. And a free kick to Mark Bigley, who's crashed into the goalpost. That looks okay.
Jeez, they're all limping. McLeod limping away from the contest. Bigley as much time as he wants there.
Isn't there advantage here? Modra's come in and kicked a goal. What's wrong with that for advantage?
Oh, I think the umpire had called time on, Drew. But again, Matthew Armstrong, Terry, dropped the mark in the back pocket.
Is that a shocker?
All it is a lack of confidence, but let's hope from his sake that gets a couple of kicks, couple of marks, getting back himself into the game. But Bigley has the ball, very similar position to, or exactly the same position as Carey in the second quarter. Very tight angle. Goes the banana, out of bounds on the full. North Melbourne very happy with that.
McLeod limping off for the Crows, so they'll finish up with less than 18 fit players, Adelaide.
Chris McDermott on the boundary line. He'll be the player to replace him.
Anderson kicks towards half-back flank. McKernan up high, off hands to Bigley, to Liptak. He's trying to get the hand pass away, or trying to tell the umpire he's trying. And the umpire will ball it up. Scores level, 78 apiece. Reynolds wins for North. Bigley off the left boot to full forward. It's there for the Crows. Caven, number 44. And umpire Vernon will ball it up right in front and about 20 metres out. Adelaide in attack. Well, this is where the crowd can help North over the line, because if this game had been at Footy Park, they would definitely help the Crows over the line.
I've been there, Drew. I know what it's like. Very ominous. Caven around the corner. Inaccurate. One behind. Puts them in front. 12-7 to 12-6. Neil Curley, a report on Andrew McLeod.
Yes, we have. It's a right ankle, and it's being strapped now, and it doesn't look too good, so we'll wait and see if it does improve.
Thanks, Curls. Carey takes the kick out. Very strong mark. Now here's an opportunity for the Kangaroos. Laley's come down from half-back on centre wing. Kicks long inside 50. McKernan's the one they're looking for. The pack. The ball hits the ground. Jamison to McGuinness, now to Costa. Looking for the link. There it is. Liptak through the middle. Weaving his way through, putting his teammates under pressure now. Costa. Bigley has to kick under pressure. North Melbourne have lifted a cog. Mickey Martin in front of the pack, unable to take the mark. Well tackled now by Martin. Good strong stuff by the man. Fairly keeps close to the boundary line. Follows up. Beats him and Caven. Over for a throw-in on the Adelaide side of centre wing.
An example there of Adelaide Crow's willingness just to toss the ball around with handballs. The competition, they sit second behind Geelong in that particular tally, and they're not afraid to use the hands in quick and close.
Pesh round the corner. Bounces the ball out. Down towards the forward pocket. So the Crows back into attack. They lead by a point. Darren Jarman with 9 possessions. He's a man who's kicked 15 goals. Equal 5th on the goal-scoring tally for the season. And his brother, Andrew, was equal third with 16 goals, but Andrew was injured in the first minute. Liptak. Well played by Liptak, and gets the goal. First goal to Matthew Liptak, and the lead is out to 7 points.
What a contest between he and Anthony Stevens. Stevens does his bit to lift his side up, and now Matthew Liptak does it. And really, it is so crucial that the centre of the ground, the contest in there, really at the MCG end up dominating, indicating the winning side. So much will rely upon which one of these two boys keeps going at the end of the day.
Andrew Liptak kicking his first. Adelaide's 10th player to get a goal on the board. The Crows by 7 points. Laidley sends it up towards Carey. Smart using his body well. Reynolds, not too sure what to do with it. Throws it on his boot. Now Carey in front of Smart. Unable to keep his feet. Clever play on towards Freeborn now. Nigel Smart to butter up. Stevens. Carey again. Under a lot of pressure by the Adelaide Crows. Rodman's the one, and the ball will go Adelaide's way for holding the ball.
Well, even when you're having a quiet day, as Tony McGuinness is, you can still get in and tackle hard.
Starting to get into it this quarter, Terry. Good punch away by both Simpson and Anderson. Ball out of bounds in front of David Pittman. Capuano looked like coming on to replace Keenan Reynolds. Running straight towards the halfback line.
Well, he's missed a couple of rounds with an arthroscope probe to his knee after he injured that knee last year. So you wonder whether he's quite right at the moment, Capuano, but they need him. Ball kept in by Jamieson for Rasciuto. Back to Costa. 70 metres out from goal. He concedes some ground out to open space. Liptak takes the mark. Off to Bond. Long kick by Bond to the goal square. Jarman! What a mark by Darren Jarman! No, not played. And it's gone through for a point. Well, Jarman says, what about that on?
Well, Bond delivers in long and high. There's the jump. One hand, two.
That's a mark.
Gee, there's about 3 or 4 little tittles at it there.
No control. Drew did not control it. It's one each. Plain missed one, and so did Jarman. One each. Anderson goes in short to Blakey. Only gains sideways distance, about 10 metres, but Blakey kicks long. Capuano unable to grab. Costa, the one in the middle of the sandwich, plays on. Now Darren Jarman has a chance to kick Adelaide's 14th goal. Jarman kicked one in the second quarter.
This is a great mark here from Modra. Miggy Martin went to do the block and the shepherd, but actually missed Modra. Modra steps around and completes the mark, and now we have Jarman with the shot at goal.
Jarman kicked one in the second quarter. Bagged 8 against Fitzroy early in the season. Great goal of Jarman. His second, Adelaide's 14th. Now the Crows stretching the lead to 14 points.
It's tough to know where to actually play Darren Jarman, isn't it? Tremendous midfielder, but down in the forward line. And when he gets a shot at goal, he doesn't miss too often. It's 2 goals straight this afternoon. With the Whitten Oval, 8 goals, 1, and then 3-1 and 2-1 over the next 2 weeks. So a shot at goal, more often than not, is a goal from that man.
Well, the Modra-Jarman combination working pretty well with Modra out on the half-forward flank. Martin's gone out with him and left the goal square to Darren Jarman. North go forward, well read by McKernan. Kicks it on the turn. Here's a chance for the Kangaroos. Scholl slips away from his man, but he couldn't get boot to ball.
Holding the man to Scholl.
Free kick to North right in front.
Umpire David Howlett, he's seeing exactly what we're seeing. He's well positioned.
Great
There's
decision.
No doubt about it.
Great decision.
Well positioned umpire and well adjudicated.
14 points the difference. Scholl goals and narrows the gap. Craig Scholl has kicked 3. He kicked 4 goals against Footscray in round 2, but has kicked only 2 others for the season.
well, it's been a bit of a revelation for him to sneak in a couple of games in the forward line. Best and fairest winner for North Melbourne on the wing, but of late been in defence, now in the forward line, and really has proved a little bit of a handful for Shane Allen down there at different times.
It's Adelaide by 8 points, 14-8 to 13-6. A great game here at the G. Exciting stuff. Bit of a seesaw in leading. Robert Scott pumps it up forward, looking for Scholl again. Gets possession, unable to keep his feet. Now Armstrong throws his body in forward. Robin slits over, the ball close to the boundary line. And well, calling for deliberate. North Melbourne supporters calling for it as well, and they are not happy. Inside 6 minutes left in the third term. The Crows by 8 points. Pittman and Capuano. No clear winner. Costa now with the ball. Taken. Gets rid of it quickly to Pittman. He's had plenty of the ball this game, David Pittman. Stevens now on his left. Kicks it around the corner. Carey unable to grab it. Robin now out of the centre half forward position. Kicks it wide, looking for Caven, who's taken by Fairley. Call play on Anderson, back to Fairley. Dodges one, kicks under pressure. Up towards centre half forward. No one able to take the mark. Carey and Smart. Carey cleverly bumped out of the play. Freeborn under the pack with Nigel Smart and also Tyson Edwards. Edwards the one shepherding Carey out of that play. Very good play by Crows. And a bounce.
Crows by 8 points, 5.25 minutes to three-quarter time. What a game between the top two sides at the MCG. Pittman wins another hit out. The ball underfoot goes North Melbourne's way. Armstrong a rare touch. Rock for goal. It's away to the right. Get back in to kick that one.
Any goal, Terry Rover should kick.
And it's not a real strength of his game, Anthony Rocky's generally just a two-goal kicker at the best of times, but that one, that's a laydown for a quality player such as he is. 117th game today of AFL football. When those opportunities come, you must make the most of them.
Ben Hart kicks in for the Crows in the direction of Pittman. Oh, he's played a sensational game.
That's his 8th mark. 11th kick and 8 handballs. Kicks quickly. Great strong play by David King. Now allows Peter Bell to clean up. McKernan in front, able to take the mark. Robin throws his body in. It's top stuff by the Crows. Players tearing each other. Now Peter Bell on the left foot. Kicks it in an open goal square. Across the face and over the line for a throw-in.
I tell you, it is tough. And even if the Crows don't win, they've stood up and been counted at the MCG today, haven't they?
They have here. I mean, Nigel Smart. Yeah, you always know someone's coming, but you just stand your ground.
They hurt.
He did it again.
Capuano tries to belt it back inside the goal square. Hart and Liptak rush through from behind for North Melbourne.
So Robert Scott, also another injured player now. He's off with a leg injury, and Bradley Plain back on.
Walking wounded here at the G. 1 goal the difference. Just over 4 minutes left in the third term. Bradley Plain takes the kick. It's a tumble punt from Ben Hart from the kick out. Plain takes the kick on 50. Spent a bit of time on the bench, kicks high. Strong mark by Matthew Rodman. Good mark in defence. Kicked Adelaide's first goal. He was up forward. Now spent the rest of the time in defence. Jamison to Bickley. McKernan in front. Good punch by Pittman. Good pressure. Now Capuano has to bend his back. Tough for the tall men. Good wrap-up tackle by Fairley on Tyson Edwards. Curls, injury report on Robert Scott.
Yes, he's got a leg strain at the back of the hammy, and they're working on him, so we'll wait and see if he can come back on.
3.5 minutes to three-quarter time. Another hand pass by Pittman, but it goes astray. Anderson's kick to centre half forward. Carey goes up against Smart. Front of the pack. Scholl, a good hand pass to Stevens. Stevens off the left. He's good. Scores level again. Second goal to Anthony Stevens, both in this quarter.
Well, here we see the two most prominent North Melbourne forwards, Scholl and Stevens, coming from the midfield. They've been the two most prominent players for North in this third quarter. They've contributed goals, but more importantly, they've contributed some very tough physical work on the Crows. This is a real physical contest without any doubt at all.
Can't get any closer at the G. 92 points apiece. Only a couple of minutes left in the third term. It's rough and tough. Now North Melbourne go forward. Carey overruns the ball. So does Plain. Nigel Smart clears for the Crows to alleviate some pressure. Anthony Rock has the run. Picks it up cleverly. Handballs over the top. There's a chance for Bell. He's spent a bit of time on the bench. Kicks it in long. McKernan in front can't grab the ball. Bond bends his back. Gets shoved into the turf. Play-on's the call. McGuinness. Plain scoops it out to Simpson. Bell again. McKernan using his body well. Plain. Now Carey from 50. Long bomb. Kick looks pretty good. That's fantastic stuff for the Roos. North Melbourne, 2 quick goals in 1 minute. 6 points the difference.
And those 2 goals complemented Shoal's earlier goals. So the last 3 goals have belonged to North Melbourne. And there's a real sense in that North Melbourne side of, OK, we've got a fight in our hands. Adelaide have come over, they're throwing at the best shot. We're now going to stand up and be counted. And each man in the North Melbourne colours is doing that at the moment.
North trailed by 11 points at half-time, and they now lead by a goal. What a third quarter. Fantastic at the MCG. Ball's held in there. Umpire Grant Vernon will ball it up. Both teams on their last legs. Virtually no reserves to call on from either of them. Pittman, number 15, has been great. McKernan hasn't been able to recreate the form that in the first 3 rounds he just about got 9 Brownlow votes. Jamieson goes across the half-back line for the Crows. Edwards on the turn. Caven is there. Fairley doubles back. He's taken into the fence by Costa. And we'll have a boundary throw-in. 98-92, North Melbourne in front. Just over a minute and a half to three-quarter time.
Matthew Liptak also seems to have the wind taken out of his sail with a heavy knock, holding his left shoulder.
Pesh now from about 65, very close to the boundary. Wants to drive it in quickly and long, and does. Jarman at the back. Oh, takes a great mark, digs it off the Modra. There it is for the Crows. Scores a level again. Modra's 5th. What a special game at the G.
Well, it makes you think about the Adelaide Crows forward line. That, you know, very good play, creative players in Darren Jarman, Andrew Jarman, who's on the bench at the moment, and Tony Modra. I'm not sure whether the 3 of them would work in there, but given any 2, and they've looked great. And Darren Jarman, on this occasion, working with Modra, complemented by some hard-working players underneath. Very good setups done by Robert Shaw.
Keenan Reynolds back on the ground. Capuano's left. Pittman wins the hit out uncontested. Oh, 2 North players run into each other. Rock off the left. And Rashuto takes the mark on his chest, centre of the ground. Wide to Liptak. Too far. Archer. Glenn Archer can put the fear into you, but he's overrun the ball. Liptak won the day. Pesh back to Liptak. Hand pass too high for Rashuto. Socket away from McLeod. Might have almost been in danger from King. Stevens did brilliantly. Farmed out by Armstrong. McKernan on the run. Just offline. Corey McKernan, 3 goals, 2. North by a point.
Some exciting stuff. This is great. Ben Hart looking for something. Looking for Pittman. Tries not to let him down now. Freeborn. Craig Scholl drives it in wide. Over the top of all their heads. And over the line. Beats a lot of them. 10 metres around for the North Melbourne goal.
Good piece of work there by Keenan Reynolds on the kick out. The kick out to Pittman. Superior height advantage. Reynolds just went to his arms, spoiled his arms, so the ball came to ground, gave North the chance to drive it back in.
Very small period of time for North Melbourne to get a score. Rock, handballs over the top. McKernan could be off the ground. He needs to. Round the corner. And one behind.
Who knows, that one behind might nearly decide the game. It is that close. He did that with 6 seconds left. Jamison straight up the ground. No, McKernan couldn't quite. Rashudo, the hand pass to Smart. They'll run out of time. The siren. Magnificent stuff at the MCG. North converted an 11-point deficit to a 2-point lead in that third term. Both teams have run themselves ragged and have run themselves out of reserves, but they still have half an hour to play.
Order here at the MCG. McKernan taps it straight down to Liptak. Pesh unable to grab it. Now McGuinness around the corner. Goes across the face of goal towards the boundary. Caven, clever. Down to Modra. Bit of pressure by Martin. Good work by Caven. Now can steady on his left boot. Good smother by North Melbourne defence again. Archer, tough, resolute stuff. Gets a kick away to the centre wing. Takes the pressure off North Melbourne defence. Carey, up from centre half forward over to McKernan. Great combination, the two big men. McKernan drives it long, inside 50. Armstrong overruns the ball, playing. Good tackle on Allen. Holding the ball. Bradley playing. Gives it a bit of height. Carey and Scholl. Falls straight into his lap. The Duck will kick from 25 metres out, directly in front.
Well, you don't have to have that much of an impact against your physical opponent. Just enough to take Nigel Smart out of the contest. Hart and Scholl wrestling to the side, and it was all left for Wayne Carey to take.
Hart and Scholl were putting their heart and soul in.
You beat me to it. Carey kicks his fourth. North Melbourne 16th, 8 points the difference here at the G.
Well, it's been an incredible game from Wayne Carey. He's kicked 4 goals straight now to date, a goal in each quarter. And really, Nigel Smart probably has the better of the duel at this stage. Robert Shaw has swung the side around a bit. Darren Jarman has now gone into the centre to do the roving, with Tony McGuinness opening up in the forward pocket alongside Tony Modra. So much has to be done now to win the ball out of the centre for the Adelaide Crows to redeem that goal by Carey.
8-point lead to North. Earlier on, it looked as though Adelaide were going to win. Of course, they still could. Early days, last quarter. Ball held in. The umpire will ball it up again. David Howlett. 17, Glenn Freeborn. Look at old bounce, clean possession. Matty Armstrong hasn't been one of his best days. Pittman's had a top day, but the hand pass missed Bickley. He's good enough to regather, puts it inside 50. Martin playing in front of Modra. Gee, a couple of times in this quarter, Archer has just gone through like a locomotive. Stevens kick smothered. McGuinness to McLeod. His hand pass was poor to Robran. Anderson's back there, just put it up in the air. Here's a chance for Pesh over his shoulder. Modra in the goal square. Kick by Pesh, got pretty close and just hit the post.
Well, there's an edge about Adelaide. Matthew Robran ran down the kick and smothered right at the point of contact. So there's some commitment by the Adelaide Crows to attack the ball at every opportunity.
We've only played a couple of minutes in the last term. North Melbourne have already scored a goal, one behind to the Crows. Anderson kick straight up the middle of the ground. McKernan unable to get his hands fully on the ball. Now Liptak inside 50, dodges one. Onto McGuinness, tackled well. Now to Glenn Archer on the burst. Archer drives the ball out of the half-back line for North. Carey's in front, good punch by Smart. Darren Jarman, clever handball onto the ground. Armstrong, taken solidly by the Crows. Now Nigel Smart mops up. Round the corner. David King can't mark. Now it's again Archer. Pressure kick, high ball. Set up for Rashuto. He's crunched. Armstrong gathers well to Stevens. Now Stevens gets a long kick to McKernan. North Melbourne looking pretty good. McKernan plays on quickly. Oh!
What a jump and missed the lot.
High fly by
Simpson missed everything and playing at the back took it. Great play by Corey McKernan. Takes off. There's the jump. Missed the lot. Fortunately for North Melbourne, playing there to mop up.
Well, they're playing about 10 metres out, directly in front. Oh, on the slide angle. Puts it through. North Melbourne 17th. They take a 13-point lead now.
And really, it's just stretching out a little bit now. Neil Curley called at three-quarter time that Corey McKernan was going to be the danger player in the North Melbourne forward line. On that occasion, he proved to be correct. The big fella took it and didn't spend any time in playing on. Bradley Payne picking up his first goal for the North Melbourne side.
And now a 13-point lead to North. They're biggest in the game. Armstrong tries to wrestle the ball out of there. Pittman, a little hand pass to Bickley. Inside 50. McGuinness has been quiet. Archer slips to ground. Or Liptak breaks a tackle, floats the hand pass to McGuinness, puts it to the goal square. Modra. Off him and through for a point. That's the century up for the Crows, but they trail by 12 points.
Modra's had a pretty good game since coming back from last week. Kicked 3 last week, got 5 on the board. But as Drew mentioned, 3 of those from free kicks. But 5 goals and 5 goals. Now it's Ian Fairley's turn. Jalibe had some pressure for North. Put Stevens under a bit of pressure. A bit too slow for Flossie. Out of bounds. Kangaroos by 2 straight kicks. Plenty of time left in this fantastic game in the final term. Notice Modra has a bit of a limp, but let's see how that pans out. Caven from behind has to punch. Now it's Pittman. He's been one of the Adelaide best players today, unable to grab the ball. Stacks on the mill. North Melbourne on the bottom of the pack.
Well, it is Anzac weekend, and this game has been played in the trenches. There's been plenty of injuries.
Bounce. 40 metres out from Adelaide's goal. Pittman again, another hit out. Anderson can't get a clean possession. Now McGuinness can't keep his feet. Tackled well, Laidley under the pack with him. Another bounce. Next to the boundary line, about 30 metres out from Adelaide's goal.
He's been pretty lively in the last quarter, Tony McGuinness. Yes, Tony Modra back in the goal square with Mick Martin. Back in attack. Here's Martin and Modra again. Good tackle by Modra, not for the first time today. Archer's been sensational back there in this last quarter, and he clears once again. Carey up the half-back flank, Wayne Carey. And he makes sure that ball is out. We've got a 12-point lead. You come and get us. Just on 14 minutes to go.
Isn't it good, Terry, to have a player like Archer, up forward, up back, to fill plug holes?
Either end, he gives you a great value, doesn't he?
Fantastic. Now Freeborn. Unloads to Stevens. Now to Carey. The 1-2 back to Stevens. I want to set something up here. He drives in 30 metres out from goal, directly from McKernan. Running with the fly of the ball. That's another goal for the Kangaroos. Simpson. North Melbourne have taken control. They've kicked 3 quick goals in this final term. Adelaide unable to score one themselves.
And to have that complement the finishing part of the third quarter. In actual fact, now North Melbourne have kicked 6 of the last 7 goals in this game. And Adelaide really need to get one back now.
Well, this could finish up being a bit of a blowout, actually, for North Melbourne, which would worry Adelaide after dominating early. In the middle of the ground, Rashuto caught hold in the ball. What a fantastic tackle by Bell, the ex-Fremantle Docker. Kick by Bell, up high to full forward. Simpson can't take the mark, comes to the front. Edwards. Edwards for the Crows towards the southern stand wing. McLeod gets a half volley. With him is King. Well played by David King. Slides the hand pass across to Bell, who was benched for long periods. Puts it to half forward, McKernan. Well, North finishing all over Adelaide at the moment. And if they finish up getting a belting, they'll wonder how they can keep going in the second half of the MCG. Remember the preliminary final in '93. They led by 7 goals over Essendon at halftime and somehow lost. Corey McKernan from 50, 52. Plenty of distance offline. He's kicked 3 goals for Corey McKernan. Had a tough time with Pittman in the ruck. Hasn't had much assistance from Capuano, who hasn't looked fit and has had just 2 touches.
McKernan's had 12 kicks, 8 marks and 2 handballs for a pretty serviceable game. Rodman takes a great mark for the Crows, plays on quickly, gives it straight to McGuinness on centre wing. Rashuto, Adelaide need a goal, they need it quickly. Rashuto plays on quickly, looking for Modra in front of Martin, using his body well, doesn't get a real kind bounce. Caven now tries to spin out of a pack. North Melbourne defenders, Archer, King, Fairley, that's tough stuff. $19 points. Adelaide left pocket. Pittman again in front. No clear winner. Fairley. Pack forms. Another bounce. Umpire Tim Pfeiffer. A lot of players around the ball. Now Freeborn. Gets it away quickly. Under pressure is David King. Costa now unable to control it cleanly. Good pressure again by Peter Bell. Wayne Carey. North is starting to take control of this game. Carey can feel it. Oh, a little bit of gamesmanship there. Great stuff. Reynolds in front of Pittman, using his body well. Pittman a bit too strong. Again, Kangaroos bottle it up. Centre wing. 11 and a half minutes left in the final term.
Can the Crows come back from here and retain their unbeaten record? Stevens. Oh, he fought it right out, Anthony Stevens. Brilliant football. He stood up and been counted in the absence of Schwass, who's injured.
Great kid.
Anthony Rocket centre half forward. I reckon too far out. Carey's doubled up the ground. Here he is in the goal square. Bradley played. Gets a goal, I think.
Simpson.
Simpson got the goal. You'd reckon that had nearly put it beyond the Crows.
Yes, it is. It's gone now, I think. Adelaide have missed the run on this one. North Melbourne's been a great game in terms of their character. They've been questioned a couple of times throughout the day by the skill of Adelaide and the aggression of Adelaide. But here, just in the latter part of the game, they've really come through with the goods.
2 final quarter goals by Adam Simpson helped sew it up for the Kangaroos. Recruited from the Northern Knights. Great buy. Craig Scholl had a great game from half forward. He's kicked 3. Stevens. This will be his 18th kick. Drives into the true centre-half forward position. Simpson can't grab the ball. Good work by Freeborn trying to control it. Taps it clear. Ben Hart now off the ground. Straight ahead, Keenan Reynolds. Handballs to no one. Bickley's the man that picks it up. Goes wide towards centre wing, looking for Bond. John Blakey. Good punch, good spoil by North Melbourne. Bond keeps control of the footy. Driven to the ground by Blakey. The ball is play on. McGuinness. Blakey, good stuff. It's been a great quarter by North Melbourne. They've kicked 4-1. The Crows 2 behinds. Pittman again. Concedes some ground. Costa has to rush his kick again. David King. Desperate stuff by North Melbourne. Armstrong kicks under pressure. McKernan flies. Good pressure by North Melbourne. Now Freeborn. High ball. Umpire calls play on. Carey has the front position. Jamison. It's been good all day. Off to Ellen. High ball. Pushing and shoving now. Liptak unable to take clean possession. King again off half-back. North Melbourne are doing it resolutely. Now Caven. The Crows set something up. McDermott dodges one. Poor kick. Puts his team quickly under pressure. Bradley Payne slaps it off the ground. It's hard and fast stuff here at the MCG. North Melbourne by 25 points. 9 minutes left in the final term. Good mark on centre wing. North Melbourne chips it inboard to Freeborn. Freeborn kicks a high ball. Bradley Payne takes the mark about 60 metres out from goal. Left half forward for North Melbourne. Needs to move it quickly. McKernan has the set. Oh!
What a grab.
What a sensational mark by McKernan.
Up he goes. This has been tremendous. Just gets the sit there that you're looking for. Eyes on the ball all the way and hangs onto it. This is sensational.
He's a great footballer, Corey McKernan. Great footballer. He's kicked 3.
I have him down for 3-5.
Yeah, that's one thing that's let him down.
And what could have it been for Corey McKernan? Look at the skills here. Up it goes. A little hand on the back, but no, let's keep going. Some great effort.
Warren Capper.
Bell marks the kick in for North Melbourne. 26 points the margin. North trailed by 11 at half-time. Kick by Bell towards the goal square. McKernan goes for another climb. Off hands to Rock, front of the pack. Here's Corey McKernan. Boot the ball. Oh, that's a good effort, just offline. And that's 3 goals, 6 to Corey McKernan. But he's starting to get plenty of the ball. 14 kicks, 2 handballs. He's taken 9 marks. And the Kangaroos lead by 27 points. Just under 8 minutes remaining at the MCG. It looked like the Crows all the way earlier in the day. Jamison straight up the ground. Prosciutto takes the mark at centre half back. They're still goalless in the last quarter, the Crows. Down goes Liptak. Costa. Kim Costa. Short of half forward. Kick didn't have enough carry. And Carey's getting it all over the place. King Carey behind the wing. Goes for a confident bounce. Puts it out in front of teammates. Either one could take it. Armstrong was the one who did. A centering kick. Scholl got high. Any amount of North players. McKernan's kick smothered by McDermott.
McDermott gives it to Nigel Smoke through the centre of the ground. The Crows have still got an opportunity here. Bickley on the burst. Kicks long. One-on-one. It's Jarman. Clever stuff, Darren Jarman. The $1 million man. Will kick from about 35 on a slight angle. Great body work by Darren Jarman.
John Blakey's been wearing him like a second skin all day. And
that was Archer.
On one occasion he's not there. Jarman gets a chance. It's been a long time between drinks for Adelaide here.
Jarman kicks truly. Adelaide's 16th goal. Jarman kicks his 3rd. The Crows still in it, 6.5 minutes left in the final term, but the way things have been going, North Melbourne had control of the game.
Well, Adelaide keep going here. I mean, Darren Jarman, finishes up here, gets his 3rd goal, but really it's been a relatively quiet game. John Blakey has done an exceptional job on him right throughout, holding now for 3 kicks, 3 goals.
6.5 minutes remaining in the game. Clean possession to Pittman. Off to Liptak. Long kick inside the 50. Oh, fantastic mark. Stuart Anderson leant back into McGuinness and took it on his chest. Up for his 14th disposal. Short of centre wing. Bell in front. Good mark.
He's done a couple of very strong and courageous things in this quarter. Impressive.
Kick by Bell to half forward. Scholl trying to get rid of his opponent. Pittman in front of him will take the free kick. Now David Pittman has had 24 disposals, 9 marks and 17 hit-outs. What a day. Costa from centre wing to half forward. Fairley. It's a great victory to North Melbourne because the Crows really put it to them in the first half. Umpire saying play on here. Robrin, a 20-metre hand pass to Liptak. Going past him, McGuinness. McGuinness to full forward. Jarman again. But this time Archer didn't find the boundary line. Bond from deep out. Modra's there. I think Bond was trying to score rather than pass. The ball's still in. Mick Martin for North.
Martin under pressure. Gets his kick up towards centre wing for North Melbourne. Craig Scholl from half forward had a great game for the Kangaroos today. Gets it around the corner. Carey's in front. Can offload quickly. Smart was a bit too fast for him. Armstrong now delivers back to Scholl. Good follow-up by North Melbourne. Disciplined play. Laidley taking the mark's been called. Play on. Gets rid of the handball. Now Scholl again. Followed up for his second possession in a matter of minutes. Now Corey McKernan has just taken a chest mark. About 40 metres out from goal on a slight angle.
Well, he's come right into it in the second half.
3-6, lining up for his fourth, North Melbourne's 20th. He puts this through, this could be the sealer for the Kangaroos. Kick looks pretty good. Goal to McKernan. That could be the nail in the coffin, Terry.
Oh, just got a shot at the North Melbourne coach's box, and this is about the only period of the game that you start to relax. The job's virtually done for North Melbourne, and much of it's due to Corey McKernan in this last quarter. He's been a most dominant player. Been averaging 8 marks a game. He's continued that on today. And began the season with 3 BOG. So if you backed him in the Brownlow, he might have another couple of votes today.
And he wins the hit out in the middle. Bickley takes it. Good tackle, Stevens. Bell the hand pass across to Reynolds. He soccers off the ground to the 50. Carey farms the ball off to a teammate. Freeborn goes down. Robrin lost it. Armstrong, good hand pass. Bell comes inboard. Anthony Stevens, 30 metres out. Round the corner he goes. Don't think he got it back far enough.
Well,
he did.
Well, there he is, the best player on the ground without any doubt from mine. A sensational game from Anthony Stevens, and the cornerstone of it has been a tremendous work ethic. He has ran from one end of the ground to the other, whether it's in defence or into attack. He has tackled, he has marked, he has amped, he has done everything. And 3 goals, and particularly that one, has capped off a great game of football.
It's North Melbourne by 33 points. 3.5 minutes left in the final term. The ball is going nowhere, and it'll be another bounce in the centre of the ground.
Adelaide, 1 goal in the last quarter, 16 for the game, so it's the first game this season they haven't reached 20.
Still 3.5 minutes left, Drew. But you don't back it.
No, you want to back?
Stevens again. Terry's best on the ground. Farms it off. Now Anthony Rock's a chance. He's on his own. Kicks into Simpson. Oh, very good mark by Adam Simpson. Strong under pressure. North Melbourne starting to get it together. Oh.
In actual fact, in the introduction to the game, we mentioned that we're really looking forward to young players like Stuart Anderson, Glenn Freeborn and Adam Simpson. They needed to stand up for North Melbourne today, and gee, the 3 of them have been tremendous, I think.
Simpson lining up for his 3rd, all in this final term. Crowd tells the story. Great game by Simpson. 13 kicks, 4 marks, 3 handballs, plus 3 final quarter goals. Good setup by Anthony Rock. Could have given it off to Carey, but had confidence in his own ability to lay it off to Simpson, who finished off.
Well, what a rush 7-3 to 1 goal in the last quarter. Out of the middle go North again, and Carey takes another mark. It hasn't been a big aerial display by Wayne Carey today. That's just his 6th mark, but he's about to have his 24th disposal, which is some day's work. And for goal number 5, to King Carey, 50 metres from goal, home for all money. To 1 in the last quarter, North Melbourne, and it's a runaway.
Well, there's not too much justice in the world if you're a backman, I don't think. Like, Nigel Smart, I think, has been tremendous on Carey all day. It's been one heck of a contest. Now as the rush is on, Carey's there to
come on, Terry. It's a mark of a good player to come back.
No doubt.
He's had 20 odd
But all I want to put on notice is that I think Smart has been a tremendous player right throughout.
Carey kicked his 5th. North Melbourne's 23rd, 151 plays 106. It's all over for the Crows. But Liptak out of the centre. Kicks a high ball. Jarman's now full forward. Punch clear. Ball rolls towards the boundary line. Beats Bond over the line. Troy Bond. North Melbourne by 45 points. We've had such an even game all day.
Incredible, isn't it?
And it just shows what today's football is all about. Pittman, been tireless for the Crows all day, been a very, very good player. Pumps it with his fist close to the boundary line and out of bounds. Blakey started on Jarman. Did a very good job early. Jarman got away and kicked his 3. But Andrew Jarman with an injured ankle on the bench, probably since the first couple of minutes. McGuinness now. Kicks high and hits the post for the Crows. Anthony Rock having a bit of a spell. Capuano coming on to finish off the game, the last minute and a half.
Kick in by Anderson. Oh, it could have been chopped off by McDermott, but he dropped the mark. Left it there for King. Unmarked on centre wing is Laidley. Doubling over from half-back. Kick by Laidley. Well, he goes for a confident bounce. He's almost a half forward. Dumps it long. He went for the score. Dean Laidley, and he gets a score. A point. Gee, they moved that ball quickly, and even the goal umpire liked it. A broad grin.
Been a great game, Drew.
Top game, and the records will show about a 45-point belting, but it hasn't been a game like that.
It's been sensational. McGuinness, the quiet first half, just getting into a bit of flow, kicks up towards centre wing. Pittman obviously can't mark. Rashuto now to Smart. Smart takes a bounce, can kick long, not too sure where to go. Unloads to Jamison, who kicks wide. Tony Modra. Modra goes in short and finds Costa. Gains about 15 metres. Costa will kick from about 35 metres out on a pretty tough angle and will kick for Adelaide's 17th goal. Serviceable game by Costa. Been a good acquisition since coming across from Footscray. Kick looks pretty good. And it's a goal to the Crows. Costa's first. Plenty of goal kickers so far today.
Well, really, it's pitted out here now. Tony Modra probably had a chance there to have a shot for his 6th goal, but decided to give it off to Kim Costa, who picked it up. But this has been a very good win to North Melbourne. Answered all the challenges right throughout the afternoon.
Capuano back on the ground, wins the last hit out. Armstrong gets the last kick of the game. Adelaide's undefeated record comes to an end, and North Melbourne join them on 4 wins for the season.